Casey.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What brings you in here?
I've been having a hard time deciding whether or not I want to have kids. I'm 39 years old. I think that I'm getting a little old to have kids. My boyfriend is 16 years older than I am, and he's already got a grown son, and he doesn't want any more children. So I don't know. I'm struggling between my wanting a child and him not wanting any more, and I go back and forth on whether or not I want to have a child or not. It's been very difficult because I see my sisters with their kids, and I think it's more of the need to or want to hear someone say, "I love you, mommy." But I don't know. I'm just torn. I was sexually abused as a child, so it's taken its toll on me, and I fear that I would be a bad parent, or I would be too much of a helicopter and be constantly on that child, or I would be too strict because of that fact.
Well, having a child is a big change, and it would be a very big decision for you. Do you think your sister and your boyfriend are helping to affect your decision?
Yes and no. My sister, no. I see them with their kids and I think, oh, that would be great, but then I also see the other side of it where it's very costly, and I see how naughty they are at times, but I mean, it's a child. And my boyfriend, yes, because he does not want any more children. He's got an adult son. He's got grandchildren. So I'm thinking he doesn't want to have another child, which is fine. And that's his opinion, but it's just difficult because I go back and forth all the time.
Do you think if you did decide that you wanted one, do you think he would support you? Or are you
I'm not sure.
scared?
I think he would, because he's always told me that if I got pregnant, he wouldn't leave. So I think that if it happened on accident, then it would be okay, but I can guarantee we wouldn't plan. I mean, I was diagnosed with polycystic ovary syndrome, and I was told I would need help getting pregnant, and it's frustrating at times because with struggling with the fact that I don't know that I can have kids, and the fact that I don't know if I want them. It's difficult.
Do you ever think about other options besides having them yourself, any like adopting? That way you could look at other ages?
I said that if I adopt a child, though, I would like a child with Down syndrome. That's what I want to go into when I'm done with school. So I would prefer to have a child that, in my eyes, other people shy away from. I would much rather just help them instead of passing them over. So.
You said that your past may affect your decision. Do you think that would make you said a more strict parent, do you think that would make you a better parent too as well?
I'm not sure. I'm afraid to have it all of a sudden have a baby and then think I either don't want it or I would be a bad parent because I would be too strict, or just like making sure that they're constantly in my sight and make them feel like they're smothered, or I don't know how it would be.
Well, that might not necessarily be a bad thing. Strict parents, they still their main focus is their child, and I don't think that would be a problem for you. I think that if you did go with that decision, that you would have all your attention for them, and that would
It would, like, make me focus on them, but I think that it might be too much. So it's just, that's what worries me. I mean, I watch my sisters and like my cousins who are around my age, and they have kids, and they're so into like their sports and their everything, and it's their life, but I feel like I'm different than everybody due to the abuse. With the abuse, it made me feel like I'm completely different than others. I have felt like broken, and I don't want my child to feel that. So that's just something that I've worried about a lot. So
Tommy, do you think you feeling that way would make you parent differently so that they wouldn't necessarily feel the same things that you may have felt?
I think it would make me parent differently because of that, because I wouldn't want them to know what happened, and I don't want anything to happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, I mean, I would work really hard to make sure that nothing happened to them. That's just a fear of mine, that anybody in my family, that they would feel the pain and the shame that I had. So it's very difficult.
Do you think that, or do you feel that you need to make this decision about having kids soon, or do you feel like this is a really important thing that you need to decide now?
I do need to decide soon, because I am getting to the point where I would be a high risk pregnancy right now anyways, because I have high blood pressure and I'm diabetic. So I have to figure this out, whether or not I want to do it like soon, or I would need to take measures to make sure that it doesn't happen. So,
And does that make you nervous that you have to kind of decide?
yes, very nervous. I mean, I don't know if I will feel like I missed out on something, but I mean, it is what it is, and if I have a child, I have a child, but if I don't, well, I don't know that I'll feel satisfied with that. So I might have to adopt. So,
Mm-hmm. I mean, that is a really difficult decision, and especially with the time issue, it can get very nerve-wracking and frustrating, but I think if you just weigh all your options and just think about what you really want rather than how your boyfriend feels or how your sister parents, but just really sit down and think about how you would parent them, how you feel, and I think you will come to a decision that would satisfy you.
okay.
And I think that would help.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in.
Sure, thank you.